Hi Aries, I'm Ember. Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm here with a timeless reading for you. And if you want to skip me reading the cards, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's get started. So you have the prayer, the dead end, the orphan, the flame, Kairos, the pilgrim, opportunities and growth, the painter, productivity and creation, and the vengeance, overcoming slights and a choice. Okay, Aries. I feel like you're going through something where you are either walking away from somebody or walking away from a situation or considering cutting something off. And I feel like you're cutting off something that's really hard to cut off. I feel like whatever this dead end is, even if it's a dead end and you know it's a dead end, it's hard to walk away from it. And I feel like you're like in it, like dealing with either a situation that you are trying to get yourself out of, or you're trying to figure out how to walk away from something. I just feel like you're trying to end something, and I feel like it's hard because I feel like there's some type of, so you see there's a hand here with the orphan and then there's a hand here, so I feel like somehow this dead end is connecting to a part of you that's younger, or a part of you that feels like your inner child, or a part of you that was really hurt. Whatever the situation was, I feel like you really wanted it to be something like this dead end. I feel like you had a vision for it. I feel like you are excited about it once upon a time. I feel like it was something that really spoke to you. And again, I think that there's an attachment you're trying to break with something or somebody. And I feel like it's really hard to do. And I feel like you're feeling a lot of grief and about this, and I still feel like somehow you may be attracted to whatever this dead end is, and I feel like you're attracted to it because it's, again, you're attached to it, which is totally understandable, but also there's this element of wounding that you may feel that is also like coincides with whatever the situation is. Like your wounding got brought up, or you felt triggered by this, or you feel triggered by this, which is totally natural. But I do feel like there's an element of like either childhood trauma or an identity that's wrapped around in this dead end, or something that would like hit a very deep part of you going through this. And I feel like you, again, I still feel like you could be attracted to whatever this dead end is. And it's, again, I feel like you probably built into it a lot. Like I keep seeing the Ten of Pentacles, but for some reason I feel like it wasn't like what it was supposed to be. Like you kept trying to make it the Ten of Pentacles, but it kept like crumbling, or it kept it like the foundation wasn't working in some way. And I feel like, again, I feel like you're having a difficult time with this, and I feel like you're just trying to move through it the best way you can. And some of you could have experienced like a knock, like in some, because we have Queen of Wands and Ten of Swords. Some of you could have experienced like a shocking thing that happened that hurt your confidence with the situation, or something that hurt your self-esteem in some way. I feel like someone did something to you, or there was a betrayal, or some type of shocking thing that happened, or multiple shocking things that happened. We have the prayer with Six of Swords in reverse. So this is like, it's like you want to move forward, but you're having a very hard time figuring out how to do that. Six of Swords in reverse. Let me see. Page of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. You feel stuck. Definitely. I'm getting a stuck feeling. Which Eight of Swords is like you feel stuck in the mind between two choices, usually. You feel stuck because you still feel heartbroken, which is totally fair. What's the Three of Swords? Yeah, you're trying to release the conflict. It's like, what am I getting here? It's like you're trying to, it's like, you know when you're trying to keep the peace with someone and then it's like hurting you to keep the peace? That's kind of like what I'm getting from this. It's like you, every time you try, like, it's like you were trying not to have conflict. It's like I'm getting this feeling of like, I just want everything to be okay, but like everything being okay with this person makes you feel heartbroken for some reason, or like dropping, it's almost like you're not standing up for yourself in some way, or feeling like you have to like not have conflict about this or something. I want to see more about this. Hold on. Page of Wands. Ten of Cups. It's like you just really want long-term happiness. That's what I'm seeing. You're like, I just want long-term happiness, okay? I'm not asking for that much. I know, I hear you. You're not. I totally hear you. You're trying to make a decision to move forward, like through some type of heartbreak, because you really want to release this conflict, whatever this is, regardless of if you didn't stand up for yourself in the relationship, or if it's hard for you to stand up for yourself. That might not be true, but you are trying to release the burdens of the situation. I think it's just really hard. I think there's a lot of I'm hearing entanglements. Yeah, you're trying to nurture your long-term stability and happiness. The other thing that I was seeing for your Aries was I was seeing like you here, and then like 3 lines to like 3 separate parts of your life. And like one was romantic, one was family, and one was like work or career or a purpose. And I saw you like taking the energy away from romance and like putting it into like these 2 boxes. So I'm seeing you like turn your fire energy towards your family or a project or something that like will grow. I was about to yawn. But I feel like, I just feel like you're trying to rebalance yourself. That's what you're doing. Like, it's just really painful. I feel like whatever this is really hard to work through. And again, with the Orphan card, like, this might be very difficult to work through because whatever this person or situation is tied to something from the past. So, like, this could be tied to your idea of long-term happiness, or this was once what you wanted for long-term happiness, or this is like the blueprint that you were shown even when you were younger for what happiness is supposed to look like. But for some reason, like, it's not working. Why is it not working? What's this dead end about? 6 of Wands. Hold on. It's like either someone was trying to win at all costs, or there was too much ego involved, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Closing the cycle is your win. That's what I'm seeing. And collaborating with like what nurtures you, what makes you feel stable, secure. Because I feel like for some reason I just keep getting this feeling of like a lack of like safety, or feeling like you're out in the open, you know, and you're like trying to protect yourself. And it's like totally, like, I feel like some of you are going through a breakup, like 100%. Yeah, because it's like you keep feeling disappointed. You keep feeling abandoned by whatever this thing or this person is. Yeah. And you're still collecting information. You're trying to figure it out. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you're trying to figure out what happened. Why is this happening? Like, what happened with this person or situation? Like, why did it consistently make you feel disappointed and left out in the cold? Why did it make you feel heartbroken? Why do you feel stuck in some way? Why do you feel like you can't move forward? Like, I think you're just trying to figure it all out. And rebalance. Yes, rebalance yourself. After, I'm hearing a particularly challenging time. Rebalance and step into your, there's an Emperor and Empress here, so I'm clocking that. We have Empress here, Emperor here, and standing your ground. It's like what I'm seeing. Okay, so it's like, it's giving like you're in a really shitty work situation, and you are dreaming of the future and moving out of that shitty work situation, but you don't have something settled, or you have an idea of what you want and you know what you deserve, but you haven't like totally found it yet. Or like you're in a bad relationship, you're leaving the person behind, and you're thinking about like what you really want, and you want to stand your ground because like you want a relationship, right, that's going to be healthy and whole, and that's something that's going to add to you and not take from you. You really are trying to stand your ground so that you can align. I'm seeing an alignment. So we have a rebalancing of your Empress and Emperor energy, but it also could be that you are dealing with someone else. But I'm not getting that for most of you. I'm getting like this feeling of like these are 2 parts of yourself that you're trying to align and align because you know that this is something that you could have. It's like you want to be the person that is healthy to have a relationship with someone that's like healthy. And I feel like, you know, whatever the situation that you're coming from is like not healthy in some way. I'm not getting too much information about it. I was seeing the Devil. So it just could be something that you kept giving your energy to and kept feeling like consistently left out in the cold, and like the reality of the situation was very different than what you thought it was going to be, and what you wanted it to be, and what it was. Like maybe you were seeing this person through like a fantasy lens, or like or just really hoping that they would change. And I feel like, you know, yeah, you feel, but then it's like, okay, then I'm seeing you like feel stuck. Like this is not growing. It doesn't have to be a relationship, but I'm getting for a lot of you it's a relationship. But it's like you were like, this isn't growing. I know that I deserve something that is going to grow. I know I deserve an Emperor and Empress. Like, I know that's what I deserve. And I want to stand my ground and rebalance myself so that I can actually find what I'm looking for. Because I feel like whatever you were in, you're not finding what you're looking for. Regardless if it's a work situation or a person or purpose driven, you're not getting what you need. And it's really that simple. But again, I do feel like the fire energy, you could be, and of course you're here too. That makes sense. Your fire energy could have gotten you in trouble in the past or got you into this relationship. So I'm seeing you try to tame your fire energy, or even not even tame it, just like move it to like a different area of your life that's like much better for you. Much better for you. Yes. Okay. Anything else you want me to? Knight of Wands. I was just talking about your fire energy. Yeah. Your Knight of Wands energy. Yes. Like making sure you're using your fire energy for good is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Two of Swords. Your fire energy could be making you feel indecisive. So when we leave something behind, especially if you still feel attached to it, even if we know it's not good for us, even if we know it's not going to be something else, it's still hard because you may still feel attracted to that person and you still may feel longing to be with them, which is totally normal. That's making you feel like you're indecisive, but I don't feel like you may be indecisive, but you're healing this. Like this is you healing your indecision around your fire energy. Because I feel like you're using your fire energy and it's like using your fire energy for something that's like something that can't burn anymore. Or how do I explain this? It's like your fire energy isn't manifesting in the way that it should be manifesting. It's like when you use your fire energy on this person, it's like you lose all your fire and then you have no fire for anything else. And like it should be stoking your fire and like creating more fire within you. And so it's like I'm seeing your fire energy kind of get put out every single time you give to this area, and it's not like the area is growing. You get what I mean? It's like, I don't know why I'm just seeing this fire as like water almost, but like it's fire obviously. Which fire does help grow things too. Like in life, your fire energy grows things in life. Okay, and it does help things grow, like it burns everything down to help things grow. And fire and air, of course, whatever. I don't know why I'm going off on that tangent. Yeah, you're trying to heal emotionally over whatever this situation is, and I do feel like you still feel indecisive. Why is there indecision here? Page of Cups, because you still feel like it's giving the energy of like inner child a little bit, because the Page of Cups is like a more younger, inexperienced energy, and we have the Orphan here, so it's like you maybe have just like one part of you that is still magnetized and still wanting to hold on to them, but I feel like most of you is like I want to walk away from this is what I'm getting. The Tower. Yeah. You might be getting frustrated with yourself because you want to make a judgment call. Yeah. I was like, you might be getting frustrated with yourself because you want to make a judgment call on whatever the situation is. Two of Cups. It could be it could be a person for sure. So there's a situation. It could be person, job, work, co-worker, could be, but I'm getting it's more personal than that. You feel heartbroken. You want to make a judgment call about this person and get out of indecision. But what's holding you back is possibly a younger, more wounded part of you and your fire energy. So it's like you still feel attracted to this person and you still have a part of you that's still seeking something from them. Okay, so how do I help them with this? Communicate what? Communicate? Wait, hold on. Move forward in Queen of Pentacles reverse. Hold on. Six of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Wow. So it's like every single time you use your nurturing energy and want to communicate and give equal give and take to 10 of Pentacles, which is your long-term stability with this person, they or you consistently feel like you're getting triggered. What's this Five of Swords? Even when you try to even smallly collaborate with this person, I don't know why I said that. Even when you try to collaborate with this person a little bit. What's this Five of Swords? Knight of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, even moving slowly with this person, it's like, what's going on? Yeah, you feel left out in the cold. Yes. And you feel like intuitively, you know, this is going to keep happening. So it's like you want to give to this. And you may have moments when you really don't want to give to this at all. So I just want to say, like, there'll be moments where you'll feel extremely attracted and longing and really want to just give a little bit to this person. Because it's attractive, right? And you love them maybe. I mean, you know, but you just know that every single time you give to this, it makes you feel left out in the cold. And it's like, your High Priestess knows that this is going to keep happening. So it's like, you know, it's like but it's like hard, right? Because it's like you feel attached and you want to keep giving, and I get it. I totally get it. But you're like, I need to make a judgment call on this. Like, I hear you. I totally understand. Okay. Let me see. I want some advice. And the hard part about this is that, like, the truth of this is hard to swallow, right? It's like you might have had like a vision for the future with this person that you wanted. You might have, again, you want to give the 10 of Pentacles. This is someone you felt like you could have long-term stability with. And it's like every single time you gave to this, either there was fighting happening, or they got triggered, or their wounding got in the way, or their ego got in the way. And you always felt left out in the cold. And I'm seeing like that some of you could have gotten betrayed by this person. Judgment. Yeah, Spirit's saying make a judgment call about this. But again, I do feel like it's just the way to do this. Make a judgment call because you're the Emperor and you know exactly how to do this. But if you don't, that's okay. But I am just saying, if you are an Aries, you would have a very good job. You would have you're very good at making judgment calls. And you may have been very good at making judgment calls your whole life. But I do feel like this situation is a little bit stickier and harder to make a judgment call on this than like normal. Like, I feel like it's like, you feel like the situation's different in some way than all your other past relationships or all your other past stuff. Like, this is not something that I feel like you've dealt with where like the relationships may not be going anywhere, but you still feel this want and this need to give or to like go after or use your fire energy on it. Because it might feel really good in the moment, but it's like after that you feel drained or you feel sad or you feel left out just consistently like left out in the cold. And what is the advice here, Spirit? I mean, the advice that I have for you is that I would talk to the younger part of you that's still reaching out and the fire part of you. So the part of you that what's helpful for me is what I do is, because it helps me break it down. I have a lot of parts of me and they're very complex and sometimes they contradict. And so what can be helpful is like going within, getting really quiet, going within, talking to the wounded part, this younger part of you that really wants to grab on and feel as attached, and trying to make them feel safe. Like, hey, I know you want to see this person, and I know that like it feels really good in the moment, but like every single time, like we're left hurt and we're left feeling sad. And like, what will it take for you to like let go or not give to this anymore? Like, what do you need from me to help you let this go? And then also talking to the fire part of you, like, hey, I know like this person's really attractive, and like we may feel feelings sometimes that are very intense and wanting them, but we don't have to listen to that. And also every single time we give there, we start having issues. Like we start feeling like bad, or we start feeling left out in the cold, or we start not paying attention to other parts of our lives. And like, I want us to move forward and be the healthiest we can be. And we also deserve better than this with the Emperor and the Empress. Like, we deserve better than this. We could have such a better relationship. Let's go find that relationship instead of staying here. It just can be really hard, because I do feel like you're going through a grieving process. You're going through an ending of some type. And I think it's really hard. I think it's a really hard one for you, Aries. Specifically, this one's really hard is what I'm getting. And complicated and confusing. And Spirit's saying, have faith in your destiny. That the person that's actually meant for you is out there. And some of you already know them, is what I'm getting. But it wouldn't be this person or situation. Like, it's not what I've been talking about for the last 15 minutes. 18 minutes. 18. I saw 18 on the clock. I don't know what that means, but 8s are karma, right? I think karma. I don't know. Look up 18. Spirit's saying focus on places where you can create. Yeah, like it's like you're giving your fire energy and you want this to be the 10 of Pentacles, but it's not showing up or it's not like acting like that. Like, the reality of the situation is that you feel left out in the cold. The reality of the situation is that every single time you give your fire energy, it doesn't grow. It like literally is like wasted. Like, I'm almost getting this like wasted feeling from you. Like, I really want this to like be something it's not, you know? And it's like totally understandable. And I feel like Spirit's saying, again, I already saw you doing this, so keep doing this. It's taking energy that you were going to give to this person or situation and moving it into somewhere that's actually going to grow, because I feel like you have something. Like, there was new opportunities right here. And actually what's crazy is I've never had the Painter card come out ever. And I've had this deck for like the last 8 months maybe. And it says, what does it say again? It says, productivity and creation. Yes. It's like, focus on where your energy is valued. Focus on where you feel like your fire energy is helping you grow or growing or just growing. Like, I just feel like whatever this is, it's like not it's not, your fire energy is like not making it grow like it normally should. And it's like, why not? It's like, I don't know. It's just, I think that's something that it's different for all of you. And so it's just, there's a lot of pain here, and it sucks to have to make the judgment call, but I'm seeing you like ultimately make it. And so just have faith in yourself that you're the emperor, you're Aries, you have the ability to make this decision, even if you're feeling wounded. Yes. And close this cycle out, because the cycle, I think, is just, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like it's really hurting you. And and focusing on relationships that can actually give to you, and focusing on, again, like projects and things that actually like value you for who you are and what you have to give. And your fire energy won't be wasted, because you have such beautiful fire energy. And it's like, I know that there's an attachment here, and it's just really hard to walk away from. And I think you're just trying to figure it out, and just keep being very kind to yourself, very gracious. I'm hearing spirit say gracious. Be very like kind and like grateful for yourself for what you've been going through, and how hard the cycle could have been, and also how hard it is to make this judgment call. Like, give yourself a lot of compassion and kindness for how hard it is to walk away from things that we still want and we still feel attracted to, and like how much strength that takes from you. It takes so much strength to do something like that. It really does. And so to give yourself grace and love as much as you can, Aries, because this is hard and you're moving through it the best you can. Okay, Aries, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time.